Scandalous part of our healthcare system. Black women are far more likely to die in pregnancy than white women.
And this big picture story today starts with the story of a young black woman from Brooklyn who died last week during childbirth. How it happened, why it happened, now raising questions and anger.
Here's Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager.
She's 26 years old. How does your heart stop at 26?
Friends and family grieving and broken over the sudden death of Shayasia Washington. The young mom-to-be appearing healthy and excited in the final days of her pregnancy. But last week, after entering Woodhull Hospital here in Brooklyn, Shayasia died. It was after an epidural during an emergency C-section, and no one seems to know why. She gave birth to a healthy baby, Chloe, but the baby's father, Juan Lopez, and his family now left to raise her without a mother.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. We are on part 4 of a 5-part series called Surviving Maternity, the Black Edition. And without further ado, this story will be coming from New York City. So we'll go ahead and get started. Shayasia Washington was 26 years old and resided in New York City. She was the mother of a son and a daughter. She worked as a paraprofessional at Brooklyn charter schools. Shayasia was excited about welcoming a new addition, a baby girl. She was going to name Chloe to her growing family. Shayasia attended a routine stress test on July 2nd, 2020 at Woodhull Medical Center in Brooklyn, New York. Never could she have imagined that in less than a week she would no longer be among the living. After her appointment and because of preeclampsia, coupled with her due date that had already passed, Shayasia would be admitted for observation into New York City Health and Hospitals, Woodhull in Brooklyn, New York. Shortly after, a decision would be made and Shayasia would be administered Pitocin, followed by an epidural. Things would go horribly wrong from there. Soon after, Shayasia would be transported to the operating room for an emergency C-section related to her embryo's heart rate dropping. Shayasia would FaceTime her son while being rushed to the OR. It would be the last time he see or hear from his mother. While a beautiful, healthy baby girl would be delivered, Shayasia would go into cardiac arrest. Life-saving measures, including CPR, would be initiated. However, less than 60 minutes later, she would be pronounced deceased by a medical doctor, never laying eyes on the baby girl she had just delivered via C-section. The baby girl she excitedly waited to meet. The baby girl she was to name Chloe. The baby girl she had decorated a room for in her home. As you can imagine, her family would be left devastated and left with so many unanswered questions. This would lead to protests outside the hospital and draw attention from celebrities. One such celebrity would be Amy Schumer, as she promoted a GoFundMe for Chloe and her father per Amy's Instagram account. There would be allegations stated that no medication were given to treat Shayasia's blood pressure issues, aka preeclampsia. All the attention would prompt the hospital into conducting an internal review of the incident involving Shayasia, including the hospital releasing a statement that can be found in the description box below. In 2020, research by the CDC stated that maternal deaths in the U.S. at that time was preventable in 60% of the cases. May Shayasia eternally rest in peace. I pray her family gets the closure they deserve. I wish her children nothing but the best in life. To my viewers, stay vigilant, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.